Brandon Aiyuk, number 11. He's been showing up, watching practice, but hasn't suited up or gotten an extension or gotten traded. So what's going on? It felt like today something was happening. Felt like that was the story of the day. Aiyuk wasn't here yesterday. He wasn't watching practice. Today he showed up. He wasn't wearing Niners gear for what it was worth, but he did hug Kyle Shanahan. And then he hugged John Lynch. So, I mean, hard to say how to interpret that. At the beginning of the day, a renowned NFL insider who's been 80% correct for about 3 months, named Pretty Ricky. He has a avatar of a dog wearing a New York Giants hat. That's the foremost newsbreaker of our times. Pretty Ricky said that a huge trade was going to get announced soon, and I was thinking, well, he's got to be talking about BA. But maybe he was talking about something else because it doesn't really seem like he's getting traded. It seemed like he was happy to embrace his coach and his general manager. And I just want to say that according to a source I heard, and this is not direct from anyone on the team, but it's a source connected to the team. I didn't tweet it or write it, so I'm putting 2% stock into this. But I heard an hour ago that it's done, the extension between Aiyuk and the 49ers, and it's going to get announced soon. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like people have been whispering things for the last couple of months, and it's a fluid situation and things could change. But as of an hour ago, a source that I have some confidence in, that it's done right now. Extension's done, and it's going to get announced today or the next day. So that sounds reasonable to me. All I know is that at today's practice, in addition to Aiyuk being there, Jeremy Fowler was there. Why is that significant? Well, Jeremy Fowler works for ESPN, and he's been the one all offseason to break all the Brandon Aiyuk news. Aiyuk's unhappy. Requested a trade. It's always Jeremy Fowler. So his presence at camp, I mean, he's not here to give a camp report. He wasn't there taking notes, talking about who did good and who did not so good. He was on the phone the whole time. I don't know who he was talking to, but it does seem like he's connected to agents, people around the league, and he's either here to break the news that Aiyuk's getting dealt, or he's here to break the news that Aiyuk's getting his extension. So my best guess at this point is that Jeremy Fowler's here to break the good news. And all I know is that after all the hand-wringing and all the, oh my God, is he going to sign? I don't know. It's July 31st, and it seems like something's happening. All I know, 2 years ago on July 31st, 2022, Debo signed his contract. Debo's contract extension negotiation drama did not drag into August. It didn't. It was done on July 31st, 2022. That is the day today. And if they sign Aiyuk tonight and he's practicing tomorrow, no one's going to care that he missed 7 days of camp. In fact, maybe Aiyuk's happy that he missed 7 days of camp because no one seems to like practicing in July. That's my best interpretation. And I understand that I'm not good at interpreting things. 2 hours ago, I thought he was getting traded based on the same information. Brandon Aiyuk shows up, hugs two people. That means he's saying goodbye. That means he's sticking around for a long time. I don't know. You tell me. But they haven't traded him yet. It seems like every day that goes by that he doesn't get traded, it becomes less likely for him to get traded. Because let's say a team like Pittsburgh or Baltimore or Cleveland or the Raiders, any team that would want to trade for Aiyuk kind of needs him there now-ish. So he can learn the freaking offense. What's the point in trading for Brandon Aiyuk 3 days before the season starts? He can't play for you week 1 or week 2. He wouldn't even know the plays. So there's some urgency. And it seems like, was it just yesterday that DJ Moore signed an extension with the Bears for $27.5 million? DJ Moore, good player, comparable numbers to Brandon Aiyuk, but older than Aiyuk and hasn't ever been a second-team All-Pro. If he's getting $27.5 million, maybe that shows both the 49ers and Aiyuk, like, this is clearly what he's worth. 27.5, 27 and 3/4, 27 and 9/10 of $1 million per year. Somewhere there. I think both sides should be able to agree to that. There's been so many extensions. I don't see how there could be a disagreement on what he's worth. The Niners could say, we don't care. We don't give a damn what you're worth. We're going to force you to play for us for one more year for far less than what you're worth. They could do that, but that's really not how they do business. I think it's pretty obvious what he's worth in the open market to both sides. And from the looks of it today, they're pretty close to shaking hands and signing things. So good. I'm glad that we really covered this. I'm going to lose a bottle of wine to my dad. That's really what upset me, because I thought he was going to hold out for sure. Not just training camp, but a game. Forget the $50,000 fines he was going to get every day. I thought he was going to take game check fines, because I thought Brandon Aiyuk was bout it. I thought he was bout it. Turns out he's not bout it at all. But you know what? If he ends up getting the money he wanted, congratulations. I just want people to know that I'm bout it. As you can tell. Everyone knows that, though. So, okay, that's enough about Brandon Aiyuk. I really can't interpret him dapping people. He was dapping people up. There was daps involved. Daps on daps on daps.